What's going on, guys? It's Ty from Tidying Cards, and today we are going to talk about a few of the more popular sets in the market right now and identify a couple of interesting price moves that have happened in the last few days. Starting out, we have to talk about Ascended Heroes. The new hotness on the market is absolutely exploding in sales volume. The ETB has to be the number one target for all investors and collectors out there right now. Everyone is trying to hunt down this product. And even though we had a massive dump of two different waves of ETBs, everything has been bought out. I mean, every 3 days, 300 to 1,000 were sold on TCG Player alone, well into the $100 price point, well above MSRP. And it's already turned the corner and broke $120 per box. So there's plenty of people out there that bought cases of these at like 105, 110, maybe even $100 per ETB, and you're already seeing a significant premium on that buy. So making moves on cases was definitely a great purchase, and I know a lot of guys who had the money. That was the play, right? That's where you wanted to make your play early, is grab cases. Don't fight over loose ones yet, because our assumption is that we're just going to give this the prismatic treatment, right? Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you're enjoying content like this, market updates, opportunities in Pokemon to make plays. Thank you. Pokemon will print this and do special deals with Dollar General and Costco and Sam's Club, and this product will see shelves all over the place for the next 2 years. I think that's a pretty safe thought, but we don't know that that's going to be 100% true. So it's definitely was a really good idea to pick up cases of Ascended Heroes ETBs. Now, me personally, I don't have the cash flow for that right now. Got too many IRL things to worry about. So I just have one loose ETB currently. But when we see more of those, secondary rollouts over the next year to 2 years, I'll be looking to make smaller position plays on Ascended Heroes ETBs. But the premium poster collection for Gardevoir and Lucario also came out over the weekend, and we saw, all the product actually get dumped on the market, seeing this price drop very drastically. And it will be interesting to see where it bottoms out, as a lot of people are selling them around $105 to $110 on TCG Player, but secondary market places like Facebook, maybe even eBay, you can find these for 100, possibly even less, depending on how much supply is truly out there. And this has 10 packs in it, along with the poster and a decent promo card. So just from the contents alone, at $100, I would say this is slightly undervalued. You say the market price on a loose pack is $11, but Ascended Heroes loose packs could be a little bit risky with the God pack. Being weighed, there's obviously some risks there. So if we say their loose packs are truly more like $10 is what you would pay, assuming that you have a good source, maybe you would pay up a bit, but that's $100 just for the packs, 10 packs, and then you get a $20 promo card. Of course, that price will continue to decrease. Both for the probably loose packs and the promo will go down in the short term, but eventually it'll find its bottom, and a box like this will flatten out and turn the corner. So I think now, if you're able to purchase these under $100, that's a really good buy. Even if you're just going to open them, hold on to loose packs, try to grade promos. I'm sure there's a play to be had here, but there's also probably a great play to be had here holding it sealed. Again, trying to get something around 100, maybe even a little under in the secondary market. And then here's the Lucario box, which is holding a little bit more on TCG Player, but I'm pretty sure the promo card is essentially the same price, at least what I was seeing on eBay sales. And then the other item I did want to talk about for Ascended Heroes is the booster bundle, because this isn't out yet. We still have like a full month before it gets released, and pre-sales just got absolutely bought out. And we saw this starting to happen last week, last time I talked about this, but the price has skyrocketed over $110 market with the low list at 121. If you are buying this at 121, I'm gonna be honest, you're kind of an idiot. Like, that's insane. You should be buying cases for even less than that on average, or a display. You would be able to get bundles for less than that out of a display once it's actually on the market. Like, this pre-sale price is ridiculous. Considering pack price would put this right around what, 70, 72. Why were we paying a $40 sealed premium on a 6-pack item when you can buy something like this for less money? Like, you could go on Facebook and buy this for $100 right now, get 10 packs instead of 6. Like, just kind of craziness. Like, this makes no sense. I'm not sure who was buying these items at that high. There's some $94 sales. This has to be some bogus sale. That's what it is. I didn't even look at this. Am I an idiot? Yeah, I guess so. Because what is this? Just bogus TCG player sales. But still, who's paying 124? Who's doing this? If these are legit sales, I think you're silly. Wait till they come out. My goodness. So I just thought that was really interesting. People making odd purchasing decisions on TCG player pre-sale. Once these come out, I would fully expect them to drop back down at least below $80. So they're closer to the pack price, because we know that these are going to be plentiful in supply. It's a very easy item to print. Bundles should be one of the most accessible items of any set. We just saw plenty of reprints for Destined Rivals bundles, which are going to come up here in a bit. And plenty of other top tier sets. Bundles are a target. Prismatic. Come on. Like, why are we paying a $40 sealed premium before this item even exists on the store shelves? That's insane to me. But anyways, here's your pack price. So pack prices are dropping down. That's my last thing on Ascendant Heroes. Pack prices are coming down, which makes sense with more and more auxiliary product being dropped. People are buying 2-pack stickers, 3-packs, the pin collection and the poster collection, opening them, selling loose packs, probably weighing them. Like, we know how it is, right? God packs. It is what it is. So these are going to continue to drop, and it wouldn't surprise me if they were under $11 here in the next, few days to couple weeks maybe. With all those poster collections bringing in a ton of pack volume. So next, I want to talk about Destined Rivals, because surprisingly enough, this is starting to flatten and push up a bit. We didn't even touch $500, and it's already back up, trying to get into the 550s. So Destined Rivals, as it found this ceiling, right? I break almost touching $600 and coming back down, but still no booster box product being reprinted, and not really any rumors of it being reprinted. The only rumors I've heard is from what we've seen from Anon and a couple other people, is that Phantasmal Flames booster boxes could be getting reprints, but nothing on Destined. And oftentimes the biggest reaction is off of the rumor and not off of the actual drop when it comes to a set like this. So we could definitely see this go challenge $600, and then who knows after that? Are we going to get more Destined Rivals booster boxes? Will it matter? This might be the lowest price you see. This $511 might be the lowest price that we ever see on this product. And you missed another good buying opportunity, because even if there is a reprint, it's going to be too late. So I think that's a really interesting thought. Again, I'm not going to put $500 in on these boxes. Look, I missed the boat. That's fine. I'll prioritize different sets and take different opportunities. There's plenty out there. But I'm sure the people that bought cases of Destined and booster boxes of Destined, last year in 2025 are sitting pretty right now, and probably pretty excited for the distant future. Now, another product I think that is kind of gone under the radar is the Team Rocket's Moltres UPC. I see everyone talking about the Charizard UPC, but nobody's talking about this. And it's probably just because The volume was not insanely high of this product. It was way too expensive at GameStop. I think it was $180 or $200 at GameStop, and just a really expensive product as it's being a GameStop exclusive. But look at how well it's climbed over the last 3 months, up to $278, and low list is 280, and jumps up very quickly. And the packs in here kind of suck. I don't know if you guys know, but there's only 2 Destined Rivals packs in this box, and then I think 2 Mega Evolution, no Phantasmal. And then a bunch of Twilight and Journey and Surging. So the packs in this kind of suck. They're worse than the Charizard UPC, yet it's $100 more than the Charizard UPC nearly. And I'm assuming that's simply because of A, supply, and because this is an incredible box. I can imagine from a collectability standpoint, this is an incredible box. Very, very cool. And the promo inside are pretty solid. So I think if you actually went to GameStop and bought these, you're already sitting pretty. If you kept it sealed. Now, if you ripped it, I think that's yet to be seen. Maybe like the promos are good, but I've heard that they're kind of low quality. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about next. Is the main promo is Team Rocket's Moltres EX, and the near mint copy of this card is bounced back up a little bit, over $90. It obviously has seen a large dip since we knew there's just a lot more Destined Rivals being opened and a lot more product out there, but then also the UPC being announced, and this card is inside of it with the stamp, so it's definitely decreased, but bouncing up a bit. Only 75 currently available, and selling over or nearly 100 a month with 3 average daily sales. It has a decent sell-through rate. And then the stamped version is way cheaper, still $54, and its peak at 61. Only 90 available on TCG Player. Now I'm sure there's tons available on eBay and other sites. And if we look at the 1 month, selling even higher than the non-stamped version, makes sense. This is a better value proposition, and it's a guaranteed out of every UPC versus how rare it would be out of a pack. But I think as we continue to get more auxiliary products with Destined Rivals packs in it, and we probably see additional booster bundles and other reprints of Destined Rivals, I think the price of these 2 cards are going to eventually even out and meet. And that could be a combination of this card going up, as we probably don't see a ton more UPCs, or if we do, it's still a GameStop exclusive. It'll be an extremely expensive box. And then as we see more Destined Rivals ripped, the regular card will come down in price. I don't think this is going to stay at 90. I think they're going to meet in the middle somewhere. And in the next, month or 2 months, this could be down at 75, and this could be up at 75, where they're about dead even. Now, long term, you would expect the stamped version becomes more rare and harder to come by, and would appreciate in value, surpassing the regular version, as well as the PSA 10 should see even higher returns, because from what I've seen, the print quality of this card is not quite up to par. So a low gem rate would drive this card up to be even more expensive. So I think this could be an interesting actual investment, but certainly a very good grading play to look for some of these stamped cards next time you're in a card store or at a card show. I actually bought one myself a few weeks ago, sitting in my grading pile. I just haven't sent it off quite yet. Now, very quickly, I do want to touch on Surging Sparks. Still not seeing any large price moves, as more is popping up in vending machines, and I'm guessing it will be a few months before all of that product gets worked through, and we'll see this box just kind of bounce around between 250 and 260. But the sales are very high. So people are taking advantage of the availability, and they're making sure to move these boxes, as this is out of print next year, and it is still a decent SV era set. Definitely top 5, probably close to top 3, if not top 3 to most people. So if you're able to find a good deal on Facebook or wherever on searching, could be a still an interesting opportunity. Just going to keep hammering that one home. And then finally, Phantasmal Flames, still going up. And now there's rumors of reprints, right? But this is still slowly going up as the Charizard is just simply carrying. And the low list right now, 360 with $10 shipping, immediately going up to 375, 380 very, very quickly, with our large seller still sitting at 390 including shipping. So it's not unheard of for 40 of these boxes to sell in the next week or so, and instantly you're up into 370. So until we have true confirmation of booster box reprints of Phantasmal Flames actually coming to stores, getting allocated, this box is hot, and I think it's insane. So if this pushes up towards 400, it might be a good sell, because this is definitely very, very high risk, similar to Destined. We just have, I think, more confirmation, or not confirmation, but more evidence of those rumors possibly hitting Phantasmal Flames, which, again, I think it makes sense to reprint this box. I think it makes a lot of sense to reprint Destined as well. But, the focus generally is on Mega Evolution, as we're into, MEO3 being launched already, and MEO2 and MEO2.5 are very, very hype. It does make sense to target this for reprints as well. But also, the pack price has increased, and we now even have a sealed premium on booster bundles. Booster bundles have seen a 38% increase in the last 3 months. I mean, you could buy these for $40 all day at the end of last year, beginning of this year. And now we're already up into $57 territory, pushing $60 on a box that just came out. Realistically, this just came out. So I think for a bundle to be this high is very, very interesting, when you could buy Prismatic for 60, 65. Tell me you can spend $8 more at your LGS to get a Prismatic booster bundle. I mean, this is like a little bit overpriced, but it's the Charizard, right? So if you're going after the Charizard, like many, this would be a decent product to go after. Obviously, the booster box has an incredible sealed premium, and a decent way to get packs. But I do think we will see reprints of this product as well as other Phantasmal Flames, and probably see this dip back down into a range that's more reasonable to buy at if you don't have any. I have a little bit of Phantasmal, but nothing crazy, so I'll be looking for those opportunities to increase my position on a reprint or a retracement. So anyways, with that being said, guys, what do you think about the Team Rocket's Moltres play? Is there an opportunity there? What about poster collections? Ascent of Heroes, have you picked up any? Or are you still like worried about Phantasmal Flames Charizard? Do you have FOMO, and are you trying to grab this card now before it pushes up to $850, $900? Let me know in the comments below. What kind of moves are you making this week? And have a good one. Peace.